Hey guys, this is Ryan with Iroc-Z 28. Welcome back to the channel after about 3.5 years, maybe 4 now, closer to 4. Lot has happened. A lot has happened. The last upload was trim seals. I did trim seals on the trunk and the T-tops, and then I ran into some rust issues. And then I utilized a body shop that's local to me that works on 3rd gen Camaros and F-bodies and stuff. And they redid the whole roof for me for under $1,000 or just about $1,000. And it's got a brand new roof on it, brand new paint. They did a really good job. It seals well. It doesn't leak anything. No air leaks, no water leaks. It's fine. I'm really impressed with how they did that. But yeah, it's been a long time. Let me catch y'all up on what happened. So in the past 3 years, we have changed a lot around here. We got a new pontoon boat. That's a nice one. It's my cousin's bass boat. But the pontoon boat's been a little side project of ours, me and Dad. Let me open up this. There's the Camaro. She's getting ready for engine bay paint. She is engineless and transmissionless. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do to get this engine bay ready, and that's what this video is about. This video is getting the engine bay ready for paint so I can swap. I don't know if you can see it back there. Here, let's get rid of all this stuff. There you go. Yeah, here's the shop walk through. It's pretty messy. Got the welder. What's in that box? Woo-wee. Something nice. But yeah, here's the car, man. Here is the car. It is much different than when you saw it last. Well, not much. It's missing an engine. The hood's on the wall over there, and it's missing an engine and transmission. Let's dive into this thing. Here is my crown jewel. Woo! So this, ladies and gentlemen, is a 10 thousandths bored out 6.0 liter LS LQ4 out of a Silverado 2500 that I bought for $1,000, and I sold the rest of the truck for scrap. It didn't have a transmission in it, but yeah, it's got the LS swap oil pan in it. The block's been fully ceramic painted. It's got a stage 3 BTR truck cam in it. It doesn't. I did not do the knock sensor delete because I just couldn't. I was running out of money, so I just couldn't afford to do more aftermarket stuff. It's got everything in this motor is brand new. Like, the only thing that I kept internals wise is crankshaft, and I just had it rebalanced and turned and everything. But I believe the stock crankshafts in these motors will be fine, even if I decide to boost this motor. But this thing has forged rods from Summit, forged HB Summit rods, and forged aluminum pistons from Mahle. And I don't know what the compression... It's been so long since I built this motor. But the compression in this motor should be freaking awesome. I cannot wait to hear this thing running. It's been on the engine stand for so long that it's been rusty. But yeah, this is going in that car. And behind this is... let me get all this stuff off. Behind the motor is going to be a Tremec T56 Magnum 6-speed. I have a full swap kit right here. I am excited for this, boys. But yeah, this is a T56 Magnum 6-speed transmission. Brand new. Never been used. So, it was not cheap either. I got it from Hawks Motorsports. It's got a stage 1 organic clutch. I'm probably going to destroy that clutch the first chance I get, it's probably going to be freaking burnt out. Engine bay is getting prepped in this video. So there are a few key points I want to focus on doing this engine bay cleanup. There's 3 things. 1, I want to get all the dirt, all this stupid dirt off of here. 2, I have a crack in my frame, an issue right there. You could see where that piece has just been welded and just crack. See, there's a crack right there, there's a crack there, and there's a crack there. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I may try to weld again, although it doesn't seem to have worked for these people who have done it in the past. But, you know, it's an old car. It's got some miles on it. It is what it is, you know. I'm just going to have to deal with it. But that's number 2. And number 3, I want to get all of this stuff, like the proportioning valve. I've already got the brake master cylinder and the booster off over there, but I need to get the proportioning valve. I kind of want to get these strut towers moved around a little bit and all that stuff over here. There's not that much stuff over here besides, like, you know, a wiring harness, but I can just dangle it there and we can paint. And actually there's a lot of dirt in there. This is what we're focusing on today. So let me hop up in there and start sweating my ass off. Ladies and gentlemen, here in I'll say Central Texas, Fort Worth area, it is currently 103 degrees out here, so I can hardly stand to even be in the shop right now. So I am going to plug in this fan, and this fan is very loud. We're going to see a noticeable decrease in the quality of audio, but you know, it is what it is. I can't really work in here without it, so but we're going to plug this fan in. All right, now that the fan's plugged in, let us dive into this. Also, I'm going to replace this engine cross member with the tubular UMI Performance K member. So that's all going to get dropped out. The K member is going to come in. It's going to come with brand new control arms. That's the thing to look forward to in the future. I think I might put it in after I'm done painting, honestly. So we're going to focus on getting these fuel lines the rest of the way out, and then these brake lines the rest of the way out. I've already taken a lot of stuff out of this engine. It's been several years since I even dove into this car. Trying to remember where everything goes, especially all this AC stuff, is going to be oh so fun. But let's get started. All right, I'm now getting the wiper blade motor removed from the engine bay. Kind of hard to do this with one hand, but I'll manage. Ow. Oh, there's one more. Whoops. All right. Oh, come on. Hold on. There's a bolt on the back here, but I already loosened it. 1 second. All right, I have it off. That nut was already loosened, but it was just holding. Man, this thing is old. Now that I have that out of the way, the brake master cylinder was leaking right here, and it caused some rust. It's nothing that's all the way through, but I definitely don't want to just ignore it. So I'm gonna take a grinder and grind off this area here. Well, that got all the big stuff knocked off. I'm gonna go in again with some sandpaper and get all the rest of it off. But now I'm gonna tackle this area with the grinder. All right, I've got this area pretty well clean with the grinder. You can see our problem areas. There's a crack running along here and then up, and then there's another crack right there. So we're probably gonna have to bust out the MIG welder and do a little bit more welding on it, but I'll do that later. That's not in today's video. All right, so I did some grinding. All of that is pretty well ground down. I got the battery box pretty well ground down, and a couple other things. I'm not gonna mess with the cross member because that's all just gonna get replaced. I think I'm gonna power wash it, and then that'll be it for today's video. Already got the power washer hooked up. Let's get started washing. Well, after blowing a noticeable amount of dirt on everything in the shop, and water, it's a little bit cleaner now. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna do a little bit more grinding and maybe one more power wash after that. All right, guys, that's all we have time for in today's video. We got some stuff done. We got some parts removed, namely these parts right here, the steering shaft and the wiper motor. Yeah, in the next video, we got some welding to take on, and we got some more power washing. She seems to be a little bit better than she was. You know? When I get the UMI Performance K-Member, it's going to come with new strut towers on either side. And it's going to come with new control arms. That's going to be nice. And then once the K-Member's in, I'm going to buy the motor mounts at the same time. Once we drop the old K-Member out, we're going to paint this engine bay, throw the new K-Member in, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll throw the motor and transmission in after the new K-Member's in. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this video. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.